Hey guys, I'm over here with GoGo. He brought his boat up from Jersey this morning, New Jersey, sorry. Yeah. He basically drove all through the night to get here. He wanted me to put an extra unit on his bow, so he had 2 units on the bow. He's already got 2 units on the console. So he'll tell you a little bit about why he's doing it.
Okay. How are we all doing? My name's GoGo Gomez. I'm here today with Gary. I drove 5 hours and a half. Why? Because the quality of the work that he does. He put the first unit before, and now I got the Go 12 Pro, and now he connected both of them because I'm fishing Puerto Rico Sports Fishing Federation, the Pan American Championship in Canada. That would be September, and end of September. So I needed my unit to be right so I can be able to catch those smallmouth up here in Canada.
So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get going on this boat, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, thanks.
God bless you all. Follow us.
So we're getting ready to start on this boat here. This is the bow. What we're going to do is we're going to add a second unit to it. He's got a live under here. We're going to put a Pro on, so we're going to have a dual unit on the bow. We're going to basically reuse this precision sonar mount and add a new plate to it. And so we're going to have to do a little finagling to do that. We may have to remove the hydrowave. Basically, it doesn't work anyway, so we might even take it off. Just eliminate some and clean things up. So let me show you what the other side looks like. All right. So there's the other side, what it looks like. It's pretty straightforward. This is actually a fairly rugged mount. He's been on Champlain with it quite a few times. It's very solid. This thing is screwed to the deck, really nice. So let's get started. I'm gonna start ripping stuff apart. So now that we got the right key, he's going to go ahead and take it off. Okay, that's pulled off. So the next thing we're going to do, we'll get the other side off. Okay, all right. So now we'll just take the Phillips screwdriver and get this thing off here. I've already pulled the cables in the back. This will fit with the other thing here. Okay, there you go. All right. Well, a trick with these locks, when you pull it off, you got the screws inside. Just put the cover back on. That way you won't lose anything. Okay, oops. Okay. All right. So slide that back on there. There you go. So now the next thing we got to do is we're going to pull this bracket off here, which is the original, and we're going to take this plate, mount this plate here in place of this bracket, and then we'll put our 2 Lowrance brackets on top of this. Okay, so that's the next step. So let me go ahead and I'll take this off, and then we'll go from there.
This is the wire. We're about ready to go back in. We got NMEA here. Got all the cables going to the units. We just have to clean it up. We've also put the fuse block back in. Probably can't see that very well. So we'll get that button up in a moment. Next thing we'll do, we're going to work on this, get this thing mounted up. Okay, the brackets ready for now. Problem is that you got a precision sonar bracket, dual bracket. The only screws that line up are these 4 here in the middle. Everything else is going to have to be drilled out. He's going to drill it out when he gets back home. So this is not adequate for a 12-inch unit, especially on something like Champlain. If you'd gotten the precision sonar brackets, they would fit no problem. But he didn't, so What I also added that they didn't give you, I added washers. So these are 1/4-inch washers, top and bottom. And so now this unit is just going to go right up here and get bolted on just like that. Okay, so we'll get that in and I'll show you what it looks like. So right now I'm putting the bow panel back in, because if I put this bracket on here, I won't be able to reach some of these lower holes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it put on. I think I got enough cable length out, and we'll go from there. Bow panel's in place. We took off the hydrowave unit itself and we pulled the cables back for it. So that's what we're gonna go with right now. Make sure I've got both of these pulled off, because these little pieces here, you want to keep them for your hydrowave. So I'm pretty much ready to take and bolt this thing up and check cable lengths and adjust those, and then I can do a final zip tie on things and should be able to power it up in a few minutes. So the mounts are on. We're going to put the units on. We've got the new Pro unit all prepped. See the cable covers and stuff. I don't have one of these. We need an extra one. Be nice if Lowrance would send you two, but they don't. So we'll get those mounted up and then cabled up, and show you how it looks. Units are in the boat now. We're just about ready to power everything up. Everything's cabled, and got the covers on. All we need to do is put these lock covers back on once we've decided we like these angles, and we'll go from there. I'm just powering everything up. The Pro comes up to the configure, okay, but the Live, when it came up, it said somebody needs an update. Well, I know I need an update on the Pro because it's out of the box. You always check your updates on that. But the nice thing is it lets me know that this network cable that's between the two is actually working. And I can see the 0.1 because that's coming on the NMEA bus. If I turned on the trolling motor, I'd see that as well. So, one thing about his Live unit, he had just updated it. And when you are on a sonar page, you'll notice it comes up stopped. And that's just part of the update. Very, very simple to fix that. You hit the menu, okay? You go down to more options. Always get that backwards. Over here where it says stop sonar, just turn it off, and now your sonar's starting to work. You can see that. See, it's working. He also has his set to general. We're going to be in fresh water. That's what he needs to be set to, okay? It's on auto range, 200 kilohertz frequency. He's running off the trolling motor 3-in-1, so that's good. So that's just a quickie setup. Again, he just updated, his units. So now what I got to do is I got to go in and configure the upper unit here. Let me move the camera a little bit so you can see. I'm just going to do a quick configure on the Pro. Just hit configure this device. We're going to go miles per hour. Again, depending on where you are. We're going to do lakes and regular fishing, and all done. So now it's configured. Okay. He's got a CMAP. That's we'll just do an auto configure on the data right now. That's a CMAP Y200. That's the Discover chip. Okay. That's the one he wants to use because he needs to run that for Canada. But for this situation, we're going to run it without the maps because the maps that are built into the Pro are pretty good. So we're not going to do a registration on it. So now here's this unit all ready to go. You can see it's located at the house here. What I want to do is check the rev level. Real quick, roll over here to the about box. And we're running 23.3, 67.3.26. I think the latest is .33, so we're going to do an update on that right now. And I want to check to make sure I can also see the Live unit. So I'm going to hit the support, check for updates, and there's the Live 12 and the 0.1. So I know that because I can see the 0.1, that means telling me the NMEA bus is working, and it's also the Ethernet is working. Okay, so now we're going to do the update, and I'll bring you back after that's done. I'm right now just running the update on the Pro, so we'll get that done and I'll come back. All right, we just powered up the console area, which has the active target module in it and the two units there. And you'll notice that on the Pro, we didn't do anything. It came back and said active target features have been enabled. You just say OK. And now what we're going to do, we're going to bring up the active target screen, which is this one here. And you can see there it is. So now we have active target on our upper unit here. So it's on all the units right now. So again, all automatic once I put it on the network. One issue you'll have, and you'll see it in the next video I'm going to do, about no sourcing. But if you have to change this unit, you may end up with no source. There's a couple things I'll show you in that video how to fix that problem. So this is the active target. It's in forward mode. If you look over there, I think you can see the transducer and the trolling motor. So that's good. That's a good thing. So anyway, we should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and set his map up exactly like I showed you in that the video I did on setting the map up. And I think we're going to be good to go. We just put the locks on, and I'll give you a full tour of the boat once we're done. All right. So we're also, while we're checking on stuff, it looks like on his boat here, we've got to do an update. Let me move the camera over for you. I think it sees a little better. You can see the active target is running 22.1. There's a 22.3 available. So let me grab the update chip here out of my handy dandy little carrier, and we'll run the update. And if you don't know how to run the update, the instructions are pretty much on the Lowrance site pretty good, but I tend to do all, like I say, I do all my updates via these micro SD card chips. So what I'm going to do is I just simply go through, hit the pages button, okay, hit storage, okay. I'm on the bottom memory card, that's where I went into, and you can see here's the latest update. It's the 23.3, 67.3.36. That one came out in June, so we're going to touch that. And we're going to do an upgrade. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that unit. Okay, and I'm going to do a startup upgrade. So now it transfers the data. Once it gets the data, then it does the install. It does extractions, obviously, and then it'll basically do a reboot. So I'll take you back when we're done. So pretty much, we're finished. Here's the completed views. We're coming on the starboard side here. You can see we got the dual mount. Cables are up tidy. There's the look at the bow. If you look at what he's looking at, that's his view. Pretty good clearance. So let me come around the other side. There's the, we basically, like I say, removed the hydro wave for now. Left everything else in place. And come around troll motor here. And here's the other side. See, it's a nice clean insulation. Now, the one thing with this precision sonar mount that I think I mentioned earlier, these are the only 4 screws that lined up. He's going to, when he gets home, have somebody drill for him these 3 holes. That way we get it all completely solid, because otherwise this isn't gonna hold up. So, all right, so we're gonna show you the whole thing in a moment. So here's his rig. You can see him on the road. Just make sure you honk at him. Just don't pull in front of him and make him unhappy. So he's also a UPS truck driver, and he knows how to take care of things. So let's get a little bit closer on the boat here. This is the work we did today. We put this Pro unit on the bow, okay? We moved his locks from the console up here because he always takes that other unit off. Got rid of the hydro wave, added this precision dual mount up here, so everything is good and solid. The only thing that he's probably going to add are the Bass Boat Tech's stubby mounts. That'll firm it up quite a bit. So that's essentially the work we did today. In addition to, I also went and configured everything for him. I don't know, I didn't film any of the stuff in the back here, but we had previously put in an active target down below. I don't know if you can see that down there. It's probably light's bad, but there's an active target module there. We've got 2 9s in the console, 2 12s on the bow. The only thing we've got left to do right now is we've got to fix this transducer. Now, can anybody tell me what's wrong with that transducer? All I need is a couple wrenches, and I can fix the problem. So, all right. And then this is the battery box here. and he's got ionics for that.
Breaker that you put.
Yeah, and we put a breaker in. It's hard to say, but this is stuff I did a while back. So he's got, you know, 5 batteries in this boat, which is a good setup. So he's got all the electronics running off of one, and everything else running off the other one. So all right, so he's about to head on the road. He's got a little bit of a drive, and it's a Friday night, so I don't wish him. Actually, I wish him well, because it's gonna be a pain in the butt.
Saturday night.
Yeah. Oh, it's Saturday night. Sorry.
I've been here since Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what day it is anymore. So we'll see you. Hopefully, I may even be one of the boats for the one of the teams up there. If I am, we'll see him, and one of the boat captains. And if I do, maybe I'll get some footage of the area up there.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you do, because I mean, we're all gonna need you. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I want to direct everyone towards you. So I appreciate, Gary, everything you've done for me, and believe me,
Okay.
I don't care if it's 5 hours, 6 hours, wherever he's at.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to go to get my boat service, because if you want quality done, you got to go where the best is at,
Okay.
and forget the rest.
Yeah. All right.
You know.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Later. See ya. Bye.